He's live. Trump is live.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you. This is without question the latest news conference I've ever had.
We love you.
Who the fuck is in there?
I want to thank the American people for their tremendous support. Millions.
His audio is trash. Does anyone have a better link?
And a very sad group of people.
A very sad group of people is trying to disenfranchise that group of people, and we won't stand for it. We will not stand for it.
I want to thank the First Lady, my entire family.
And we won't stand for it. We will not stand for it.
We're good now. Sorry,
I want to thank
chat.
the First Lady, my entire family, and Vice President Pence, Mrs. Pence, for being with us all through this.
And we were getting ready for a big celebration. We were winning everything, and all of a sudden it was just called off. The results tonight have been phenomenal, and we are getting ready. I mean, literally, we were just all set to get outside and just celebrate something that was so beautiful, so good, such a vote, such a success. The citizens of this country have come out in record numbers. This is a record. There's never been anything like it. To support our incredible movement. We won states that we weren't expected to win. Florida, we didn't win it. We won it by a lot. And we won the great state of Ohio. We won Texas. We won Texas. We won Texas by 700,000 votes, and they don't even include it in the tabulations. It's also clear that we have won Georgia. We're up by 2.5% or 117,000 votes with only 7% left.
clear.
They're never going to catch us. They can't catch us. Likewise, we've clearly won North Carolina. Where we're up 1.4% or 77,000 votes with only.
See, this is the problem. Twitter can silence them, but networks won't.
We also, if you look and you see Arizona, we have a lot of life in that. And somebody declared.
He doesn't want to say who. He doesn't want to say Fox.
Maybe it will be. I mean, that's possible. But certainly there were a lot of votes out there that we could get because we're now just coming into what they call Trump territory. I don't know what you call it, but these were friendly Trump voters. And that could be overturned. The gentleman that called it, I watched tonight, he said, well, we think it's fairly unlikely that he could catch. Well, fairly unlikely. And we don't even need it. We don't need that. That was just a state that if we would have gotten it, it would have been nice, Arizona. But there's a possibility, maybe even a good possibility. In fact, since I saw that originally, it's been changed and the numbers have substantially come down just in a small amount of votes. So we want that obviously to stay in play. But most importantly, we're winning Pennsylvania by a tremendous amount of votes.
Again, millions of mail-in ballots have not been counted yet. Completely insane for him to just claim this, because now if Pennsylvania turns, people are going to turn around and be like, what the fuck, that's cheating, that's a lie. Oh my God, overkill on the flags, by the way. Jesus Christ.
We're up 600. Think of this. We're up 690,000 votes in Pennsylvania. 690,000. These aren't even close. It's not like, oh, it's close. With 64% of the vote in, it's going to be almost impossible to catch. And we're coming into good Pennsylvania areas where they happen to like your president. I mean, it's like very good. So we'll probably expand that. We're winning Michigan, but I'll tell you, I looked at the numbers. I said, whoa. I said, wow, that's a lot. by almost 300,000 votes, and 65% of the vote is in. And we're winning Wisconsin. Now, so we're winning. We don't need all of them. We need, because when you add Texas in, which wasn't added, I spoke with the really wonderful governor of Texas just a little while ago, and Greg Abbott, he said, congratulations. He called me to congratulate me on winning Texas. I mean, we won Texas. I don't think they finished quite the tabulation, but there's no way. And it was almost complete, but he congratulated me. Then he said, by the way, what's going on? I've never seen anything like this. Can I tell you what? Nobody has. So we won by 107,000 votes with 81% of the vote. That's Michigan. So when you take those 3 states in particular, and you take all of the others, I mean, we have so many, we had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight. And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by.
Like what, Texas and Georgia? You're flexing Texas and Georgia? Really?
Votes, and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying,
this is so bad.
What happened? And then they said, oh.
This is definitely
because
dangerous.
You know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
This is
377,000. Texas, as we said. Ohio, think of this. Ohio, a tremendous state, a big state. I love Ohio. We won by 8.1%, 461. Think of it. Almost 500,000 votes. North Carolina, big victory with North Carolina. And so we won there. We lead by 76,000 votes with almost nothing left.
This is disastrous. This coverage
and all of
is
a
so
sudden, everything
dangerous.
just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. We did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure the integrity for the good of this nation.
Dude.
This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list. Okay?
What? Oh, he's doing
it's
it.
A very sad.
The mad lad.
It's a very sad moment. To me, this is a very sad moment, and
he's doing it.
We will win this, and we, as far as I'm concerned, we already have won it. So I just want to thank you, and I want to thank all of our support. I want to thank all of the people that worked with, and Mr. Vice President. Say a few words, please.
Oh. No, he said we want to stop the votes. He means like we want to stop the count. That's what he's talking about. He doesn't mean stop the votes. He means stop the
Some of what we
count.
saw from the president right there as Vice President Pence starts to talk. It is true that President Trump has won the states of Ohio and Texas and Florida according to our projections. But it's a matter of fact right now that at this hour, at least, Joe Biden has 221 electoral votes to the 213 electoral votes of Donald Trump. And in the popular vote right now, Joe Biden is also leading the popular vote.
This is terrible. This is exactly how you don't cover this. This is just fascism happening in front of our
So
eyes.
what we're seeing right there
Very
is
cool.
Donald Trump is losing right now in both the popular vote and the electoral vote.
Like he couldn't even break it.
If he stops the count, he's losing right now? No, he doesn't. If he stops the count, he wins Michigan and Pennsylvania right now. That's completely psychotic. He's winning in Michigan and Pennsylvania only because votes are not being counted currently. There's 2 million votes that are not counted in Pennsylvania, with 66% of those votes favoring Democrats. He can't stop the votes from being counted. He says he's going to try to elevate it to the Supreme Court. I don't think he can do it. All right, let's hear it. Ryan, what do you think? How on the level of irresponsibility scale, what are you at? Like, was that a 10 or on the media covering it as is? Like, is this just like normal process, normal concession speech or victory speech from Donald Trump? What do you think about this?
I mean, on the media front, what do you do? Do you say the president made remarks, but we're not going to broadcast them because they're reckless and fascist? It's
Not
tough.
that, but you should probably have someone side by side correcting it.
Well, CBS.
You guys chit
literally
chat.
said
I'm going to watch Fox and tell you what they say.
Well, CBS. I was
Okay.
watching CBS. They literally said that he castrated the American electoral process and disenfranchised.
Let's see what NBC is
There are
saying.
going to be people who want to
They
claim, well,
literally
where do
said
those
that right
votes come
after.
from? Where was that?
Wait,
And this
hold
is,
on. I'm
again, this
turning
is
on NBC
all
to see what they're saying.
standard. And yes, it's different this year because of the pandemic, but this is not unusual. I want to go back to your home state. Arizona regularly takes days to finish a count. 5 days it took them, and that was actually a relatively short period of time in 2018. 5 days to call that Senate race.
And it's worth repeating that projections we're not making the votes up. These are projections.
Fox
These
Fox
votes will be
News
counted.
is dunking on him.
The actual vote will be counted.
Well, the fact of the matter is that the
Brett
outcome
Baer,
is
Chris
not
Wallace.
certain at this hour, and that both candidates are very much in this race. So there's no reason to say anything other than that. We have got an electoral battle going on right now with a lot of votes left to be counted.
And the fact is that in this election,
What did Fox News
more
say specifically?
mail-in and early votes were cast than in any other American election.
They said
Combination of COVID,
he can't stop the vote counting.
Service, a
He
lot of reasons for
claimed
it.
that he won these
And
states.
that-
He has
they
not
have to
won
be
these
counted.
states.
These absentee ballots are
Chris
always
Wallace
counted.
said he threw a
Votes from service
match onto a
members,
very
men and
flammable
women overseas
situation.
are
Like
always
they're giving
counted
him
in the
pretty
days
good
following.
condemnation.
The
'Cause I think
elections
their
are not certified
numbers
state
are
by
showing
state
them too
until,
that Biden is
weeks
probably going to
later,
win this.
when the electoral college.
OAN apparently declared victory for. Stop saying based Fox, guys. They're doing the bare minimum. Are you insane?
Fox News redemption arc, dude.
It's not a redemption arc. They're still racial agitators and horrible and mostly responsible for Donald Trump. So,
Fox News is Vegeta. You heard it here first.
but of course, still, once again, as expected, Chuck Todd and numerous other liberal outlets are downplaying it and trying to look at it from like a normal perspective. Like a
Wisconsin
normal
right now.
president is saying normal stuff, but like a little out of pocket there.
Counted first. All the other ballots that were cast early are being counted now. And so it looks right now like he has a lead. And he may maintain that lead, but he might not once all those other ballots are counted. And so that's what he's trying to do here, is he's stepping out and saying, look, I'm winning, which in our parlance would be he has an edge.
Does he have any
But
grounds?
at the end of the day, once all those votes
to
are
stop the
counted, it
vote?
may be
They
that
can't,
all those
right?
mail-in ballots
Supreme Court wouldn't rule that
gave
way.
it to Joe Biden. And we saw
He has put out a false narrative now
He is,
that many
yes.
people will now believe.
Yes.
That's what's
Yes.
troubling about it.